Welcome back to the 2022 Lacrosse Australia Senior National Championships here at Angus Reserve, hosted by the Footscray Lacrosse Club. My name is Lachlan Williams, joining you once again for what should be an exciting contest. We had a thriller in the last match. Western Australia really testing the Victorians, but the championship favourites standing up when it counted to come away with the win. And in this contest, we'll see a team for the first time this week. We've got South Australian women taking on New Zealand. They've made their way across the ditch, and they will take on the South Aussies, who are looking for their first win of this competition. They went down to Victoria yesterday. The Vics once again tested in that one, but just showing their class. I think they had put on a 9-0 run in the second half to go ahead and win that one. So the South Aussies will be looking to find their feet, find some winning form against a competitive New Zealand side. Just a quick look at our teams before we get underway. This is how the South Australian team looks, and our New Zealand counterparts just before the first face-off of this match. Olivia Parker in the middle for South Australia. We've got our umpire in the way in our position. Just can't see the New Zealand player, but bring that to you shortly. And we're away. It was over end in the middle there for New Zealand, but it is Parker that comes away with it and streaming away. Turns into the middle. And the South Aussies will get first look with the ball in this match. Haley Fuss. Out to Beth Varga. Finds Parker on the inside, and that's a great finish down low from Olivia Parker. A dominant player in Adelaide, and been a dominant player for the South Australians. And you can see returning to the middle, probably spend a bit of time in there today. Be able to cover the lines well. Parker and over end go head-to-head once again, but it's Parker that comes up with it once more. Over to Varga, but just unable to collect it. That was Perry from New Zealand that tried to take that one, and I think she's drawn the foul here, so Perry will restart it. No, it's going the other way actually, so to South Australia. So Varga carries and kicks down the line, finds Beckett. Just got a couple of spectators in our commentary position at the moment, so just that wing, it's a little hard to see, but the ball does swing topside back to Parker. Morrison. Like to look there, but just loses possession. Can New Zealand come up with it? No, now? No, it's Parker, and a fantastic finish there from Olivia Parker once again. This looks like she's going to be a real headache for the Kiwis today. When that ball was loose, jumping on it in a flash. So an infringement there in the middle, and it'll be Anya Kois from New Zealand that takes possession here. And they'll get their first chance with the ball in hand in this contest. Although great pressure from South Australia, forcing them back. Morecambe turns back and uses the help of Jacques. Now to Hadwin. Down the line, and they will get the ball down in their attacking third. Perry. Kicks down to Butler, drives on the left, really explosive place there. Fantastic finish from Sarah Butler. Great little play there. This is the first we're seeing of a lot of these New Zealand players, and there's a really exciting play there from Sarah Butler. Driving hard on that left and a tidy finish too. So it puts New Zealand on the board for their first of this encounter. Of course, it's fantastic to see New Zealand out there today. Fantastic to see so many teams back out and about after so many COVID interrupted years. Our first national championship since 2019. So many tries to get things up and going again, but without much luck. So we're back again, and it's fantastic to see New Zealand go forward again with Freeman and Butler, and now Archer kicks across. Kiki Shum. Archer driving. Solid D there from South Australia. Perry. Patient build up here. Just a little turnover there, and that's going to be going back the way of South Australia. Just a little sloppy there from New Zealand. So I'll keep the ball and move it up the field. Silvestri down to ball bobbling around in the crease. Plenty of numbers over it. Very physical play there from New Zealand. I think there might have been Sophia Morecambe putting her head over it. And in return, it's going to be Monica Kluss that gets a chance at the goal. No. Pulls it out. Big roll there from Jessica Morrison, but sorry, Aravakias. But New Zealand do well to defend and pull it out. Can they clear now? Just a little sloppy. But they've regained well. Jacques over to Archer. Carries. Finds Butler. Drives hard. Plenty of speed from what we can see early from Butler. Down to Perry. Looks like they prefer her down controlling play behind the cage. Kais over to Freeman. Plenty of pressure there from Parker. Forces her onto her left. Doesn't look too comfortable out there, but draws a foul. So get a bit of a run at it now. Freeman. Feed inside. Butler once again looking dangerous. Nice look in there from Shum. And the Kiwis have turned it over once again. No, they've done well to keep it in their front third. Just a little sloppy there from New Zealand. Just an easy turnover. And Laura Evans will clear the ball for South Australia. In the cage, I should have mentioned for both sides, Aidan Cunningham for South Australia. In the cage for New Zealand, Sally Rutherford. Good zone pressure here from New Zealand, just not pressing too hard, but just every player defending their patch. Holding that half line strong, but Evans looks to carry through. Numbers collapse for New Zealand, and they've passed their way through the zone, and now Varga cutting all the way through it. Do we have a whistle? It looks like South Australia have just run offside in that process of clearing it, so good ride there from New Zealand. It was great team defence, and it's paid off for them. It'll be Morecambe that clears. Uses Hadwin. And now it was Falconer driving down. Butler just a couple of times now. New Zealand have looked good, but just basic catching and throwing at the moment, just catching him out a little bit. Parker, standout player so far, draws the contact. Sorry for just going quiet there, just working out a couple of plans for this afternoon. And it appears that we might be bringing you the South Australia-Victoria men's game. So there was a goal for South Australia there, just missed who it was. Believe it could have been Olivia Parker again. Yeah, we're pretty confident that was Liv Parker once again. So that'd be her third of 3 for South Australia. And looks like she's going to take a spell from the face-off. Give a chance to Anastasia Araviakis. Apologies, Anastasia, and your family if I've got that pronunciation incorrect. But we'll go with that for now. Ball sent into the sky, and it's South Australia that hustle well, but New Zealand get the second effort, and Fortis takes possession for the Kiwis. Down to Falconer, down behind the cage. Butler looks probably the biggest threat so far for New Zealand. Falconer, Kiki Shum, Neil. Oh, just a little miscommunication there. Can they keep it in and avoid disaster? They have, and they've drawn the player out, New Zealand, so this could work in the end. They've got the out number. Falconer down to Fortis, but a big save there from Cunningham. But it looks like that's been thrown out of bounds, so it'll come back the other way to whence it came. A great cut there from Nikki Fortis. Finds the back of the net for New Zealand's second. Another one, apologies for any pronunciations, Nikki Fortis or Fordyce, but we'll go with Fortis for the moment. And she'll return to the middle after scoring that goal. So a really tight contest so far. New Zealand just a couple of basic errors just costing them a little bit to potentially have had more cracks at goal. And South Australia, obviously, Olivia Parker's the route one to goal at the moment. Can they find some other options? And a great win in the middle from Araviakis. Uses Varga on the wing, and she's going to drive hard to the cage. There can't be too long left on this quarter. Varga into the middle. Parker once again uses that height, but can't find it. Well kept out from Rutherford. She's got options in the middle, and if Falconer can collect here, they could be on for a fast break. She just loses her footing, unfortunately, and it's going to come back for South Australia. Silvestri drives hard, really hard. Great save there from Rutherford. It was a good drive from Silvestri, but just couldn't beat the keeper. And they're through again. Once again, they're away, New Zealand. Ball down to Kiki Shum. She got numbers. Can she find the pass? Down to Butler. And the pass just missing Perry wide. And I think our officials are just going to confer here. Did South Australia go offside, or was there a foul before that? Yeah, so the call is that the South Australia player, I think it was Clark there, who just copped a bit of a push over the line. A great chase and check there from Perry, but to no avail as Araviakis comes away with it. Have we got a bell over there? No, that's a different game. But our officials are out in the field with the clock, so they've got about 10 seconds to get to the goal. South Australia have to pull the trigger now. Ball flicks inside. Great catch there from Clark. Shot, save there from Rutherford. Been big the last couple of minutes. And they could come away with it. I think the clock might beat New Zealand here. Yeah, just a little drop there. And I think our official Leanne McGibbon is out on the field and indicates that that will be the end of the first quarter. A really exciting one there, 3-2. Olivia Parker dominating for South Australia, but New Zealand, a couple of skill errors have cost them a little bit, but just one goal in it as we head to the first break. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with you very shortly for the second quarter of this one. Welcome back. We are ready for the second quarter here between South Australia and New Zealand. A close contest so far. The South Aussies leading 3-2. New Zealand quite competitive in the early stages of this one. Archer and Parker go at it in the middle, and it's New Zealand that come up with the first possession of the quarter over end. Doing well on the wings and taking it down finds Perry. Driving behind. Gets around on that left. Finds an option she likes that top. Keki Shom. Plenty of physicality there from South Australia. But New Zealand up for the challenge, and Bertram that time taking a bit of a shot at goal and just wide. They will keep possession with the shot back up. So it's Briar Bertram here with a good look at the cage. Under plenty of pressure there from South Australia. Contact coming left, right and centre. So she'll take the ball back. Get another look here. A little bit clearer space in front of her now. So probably a good look at the cage if she can get a shot off. Does so. Just nice contact there from South Australia to force the shot wide. But it's Fortis behind the cage that does the backing up. Bertram. Down to Fortis. Kicks high to Keki Shum. Just ball lost in the middle now, though, and can South Australia come up with it? Yep, Silvestri does well enough to get the official to blow her whistle and give South Australia possession. Silvestri has Araviakis down the line and opts to use her. Plenty of pressure there from Perry, putting Araviakis in a tough position, but she's good enough to keep possession, get it forward. Morrison down to Beckett. Carries. And just keeps carrying all the way to Parker at the top. Morrison, little split dodge, works her way down the lane. Bit of a Hail Mary check there from Jarks and pays the price for it. Great finish there to put South Australia 2 goals ahead. Jess Morrison putting that one away. So as we were saying before, it's fantastic to see so much lacrosse back at this level. Players from all over the country and different parts of the world even. It's fantastic. If you're around in Melbourne, I would definitely suggest getting down to Angliss Reserve here at the Footscray Lacrosse Club. Some great lacrosse on display, and even if you don't want to see some lacrosse, fantastic people around, some great food. Just a great atmosphere down here. Even the sun's shining for us at the moment. So everything coming good, which is fantastic. And it's coming good for South Australia at the moment, just on top to start this second quarter. Fuss Gets onto her left, but settles and finds Varga. Force once again. Araviakis kicks wide. Strong drive there from Morrison, but well defended from New Zealand. He's just forced now. Looks inside. Varga wide open, but can't complete the catch. Was there a foul there on New Zealand? It doesn't matter because Hadwin will come up with it anyway and just sends it upfield. Big pressure there on Fortis, but they're away, or just a drop pass there from Archer. Just slows things down, but she's good enough to recover and get it and go again. Just once again, just nearlies for New Zealand. Well collected there from Jarks and now Fortis. Down to Shum. Feeds the crease. Unable to collect there from over end, but they go again. No luck this time. We've had a change of goalies for South Australia, so Kaylee Evans finds herself in the cage. As the wind just picks up a little now. And just a little slip there from Laura Evans. Just puts down a pretty simple pass, and that one goes out of bounds. And now New Zealand get to take off over end. Just out of trouble down in that bottom corner. Perry. Archer. Fortis back to over end. Webb. Just patient build up here from New Zealand. Perry. Waiting until they see something they like. Perry carries. Kicks. And they look like they're more intent to attack the cage now. Over end. Foot down. Drives. We've got a whistle though. Potentially that was a moving pick, perhaps. So South Australia will take the ball. Yeah, big kick upfield to Morrison. Both sides a little bit more patient, a little bit calmer, I guess, in this second quarter so far. Defense is holding up well at both ends. There's a nice move there, but kicked up to the top. Feed down from Force. She wants it back, but nothing coming. And Parker gets another shot off, but great save there from Rutherford. Evans down the left, back onto the right, uses Scott. Feeds the cutting Morrison, and another great save there from Rutherford. Didn't quite know where it went on the rebound, but great save and good enough to follow it up here. Now we've had a whistle out there, just waiting to see what it's for. Pretty sure New Zealand will keep the ball. Guess they proved me wrong. Ball going straight back to South Australia. Evans. Shot impacted, but South Australia follow up. Scott on the ground ball quickly. Big drive there from Claus founds the inside. New Zealand collapse well. And no whistle. We do get one in the end, so there was an advantage called. So Scott will kick us back off. Up top to Halifax. Flicks to Morrison, having a big impact in this game. So in this quarter, sorry, Jess Morrison. And really starting to get on top here, South Australia. So New Zealand probably wouldn't mind just a bit of ball now. Just haven't had their hands on it too much so far. When you don't have the ball, you can't be shooting goals. Pretty simple. So they've got plenty of work to do. It's Kais and Parker in the middle. Parker too good on this occasion. Just dominating out there at the moment. Franz Haley forced too easy. Down to Borovnik. But the shot misses. Pass down to Parker. And a tidy finish there from Olivia Parker. It's at least her third goal, potentially her fourth. It's having a big impact out there for the South Australians. The weather had settled a little bit for us this afternoon, but I can see patches of blue sky surrounded by dark clouds. They're looming ominously. So hopefully if they do sweep over us, it is nice and quick. As Parker once again wins in the middle, but can't come up with it. New Zealand do this time. Going nowhere though. South Australia really all over this one. Can they come up with it? It's New Zealand out the back. But Kai's unable to just keep a clean possession, and it's flicked out of bounds. So after all of that, South Australia will take the ball. And just a quick kick across to Evans, and now Silvestri setting up again in this zone, New Zealand. Be able to see the sticks in the air and just trying to cover space. But the thing about that zone defense is that if your stick skills are good enough, you'll be able to pass right through it. Difficult to run through with numbers collapsing. But Silvestri does so this time. Curry's behind. Nice move there with support at the top. So force to Morrison now. Force again, now Parker. Clark. Didn't like that option behind, so kicks back to Parker, who sees the lane that she's been given and takes it down that way. Drops the ball as she got those free hands, so a shot opportunity lost there, but it's not going to matter too much because Hayley Fuss in a great spot here, feeds inside to Clark, but puts it down and collected by Parker, so no damage done for South Australia. Plenty of ball so far, the South Aussies. Parker. Great split dodge. Can she finish? Sticks height high. Good save there from Rutherford. She's been up to the task so far this quarter, really making a couple of big saves. And this lead could be as far as 6 or 7 goals if Rutherford hadn't have made a couple of big saves that we've seen so far. And on the clear, it is Morecambe up the line. Kiki Shorm just a little cradle out of bounds. Oh, big hit there. Turned straight into Beth Varga's stick. And Varga is going to be carded for that one. Don't think there was any malice in there, but just an unfortunate bit of timing. Big shot there, misses wide from Archer. Freeman down to Butler. The clock is on the field, so there wouldn't be too much longer remaining. I think Morrison's just called up there potentially for 3 seconds, so she'll step out. Need to make the most of these numbers, New Zealand. There's the 6v5 out there at the moment. But plenty of defensive pressure still from South Australia. But great collect there from Kais and a bigger save there from Evans. Really stood up to the task, and she'll just keep the ball, and they'll probably run out this clock as they do. And that is the end of the first half. South Australia dominating there. They take a, I believe it's a 6-2 lead. We'll just check with our scoreboard attendance. But South Australia right on top in this one so far. They lead it 6-2 at the main break. We'll be back very shortly for the second half of this one. Welcome back to the second half here of our game between South Australia and New Zealand. After a tight first quarter, 3-2 to the South Aussies, they've extended that lead, and after a 3-0 second term, lead at 6-2. Parker and Falconer go head-to-head there, and it is the New Zealanders that'll come away with the ball. On the quick restart, Neil wanted to go, but the ball does need to come back where the foul took place. And Parker just using every inch of her height there to knock that one down, but it will come back for New Zealand if they can be clean here. And they are. Falconer, as the South Australia defence just collapses a little bit, tries to drive and does draw the foul. So in an update for everyone keeping tuned, we will bring you one more game. We were planning on just bringing you the two today, but after a late field change, we are going to bring you the South Australia versus Victoria men's match after this, at the conclusion of this game. That will be on field 1 in front of the clubhouse here at the Footscray Lacrosse Club. An important one for Victoria. But back to here, and it's a great finish there from Nikki Fortis. Apologies to Nikki if we've got that pronunciation incorrect. But regardless, she's letting her lacrosse do the talking at the moment on the field. Araviakis and Falconer go head-to-head, and it's Falconer that comes up with it this time. Just holding up play for, I believe the play's just to get in position. As the ball kicked down the line, Falconer rolls into huge trouble, and a wild shot, little fortuitously, falls in the stick of Kaita Perry. That's not Katie Perry, just clarifying that. K-E-I-T-A is what we've got in front of us. Kiki Shum driving around the back to Falconer, a little sloppy, but no harm down. Picks up the ground ball, but again turns it over, so South Australia will come away with it through Evans. Just settles and kicks back to Silvestri, who kicks across to Borovnik. But that zone defense, she can pass straight through, and Parker cutting it apart and dropping down to Varga. Beckett now. Morrison and Parker and Force. Back to Morrison, really lifted in that second term. Now Parker, probably the pick of the players so far this afternoon. And this one, drives hard. Does she get those free hands? She's drawn the whistle, drawn the flag. just as it drops a couple of degrees here. It's a cool afternoon here. It's been cool all week, and Parker gets that bottom right-hand corner shot off. Tidy finish for at least her fourth. Could be 5. To put that lead back out to 4 goals. We have had a goalkeeper change for South Australia once again, so it's Cunningham back in the cage for the South Aussies. Just Cunningham and Evans going quarter for quarter at the moment. While Sally Rutherford has stayed put. For the Kiwis in the cage. Centre draw up, and well won there from Archer for New Zealand. Pushing forward. Great look for over end. She drives straight to the cage, gets a shot off. Bit of pipe there, unlucky. But well collected from Webb to take it out. Back to Fortis. Opts against pulling the trigger, so just kicks down to Perry down at X. Shum. Archer. Webb, and back to Fortis now. Webb. Archer looking a little bit better. The New Zealand side now in possession. Over end. Dangerous from that top position. The double comes from Varga. Big slide there. No whistle, just play continues. Really physical display there from South Australia. Great team defence. Beth Varga takes it away now. And they are down once again in attack, South Australia. Good set of defence. Morrison. Parker. Evans gets onto her left. Does she get the shot off? No, opts just to take it down. No, she does take the shot. Low angle, so Rutherford just held that pipe tight and good save. Uses Hadwin, but runs into a bit of trouble, so just kicks back to her keeper. And they'll walk it up now. Plenty of talk out there from the South Australian. It's good to hear. Good team ride. Every player is marked, so the goalkeeper just assessing options. Rutherford, plenty of time on her hands here. Be interesting to see which one goes first. Will South Australia force the goalie's hand, or will the Kiwis try and drag one? That's not a great pass from Rutherford, but it will have got to Webb in the end, but just missed the ground ball. So Evans does the cleaning up now, and the South Australians are away. Can they kick the ball down quickly? Yeah, the New Zealanders have recovered well, so it's not going to matter too much. Big drive there, and a great finish. And a little bit of contact after the goal, and nice finish there from Araviakis. Just drove hard, great finish, and a little bit of contact after the goal, but nothing untoward. So the lead back out to 5. It makes life difficult for New Zealand. Morrison wins it back to Varga, but can't collect the ground ball, and well done there from Hadwin. Clearing from defence for New Zealand and gets the ball and goes, but just a little drop there from Freeman. And she's turned it over, so Morrison will take the ball and use Varga, who's got one coming hot on her back, so tucks it and runs. Takes it behind to Araviakis. We'll go back to Morrison. She's got no numbers at the top, so she'll just have to carry. Now one comes in Hayley Fuss, who might like her chance here against the one-on-one, but the double does come. Now Morrison's found herself wide open after that double. And a nice finish there from Jess Morrison. Just that double team wasn't a bad idea from New Zealand, but when you send the second, it does open up a free player, and South Australia good enough to keep their heads up, and Jess Morrison good enough to find that open space, be dangerous and take the ball on the move and put away a nice finish. As South Australia go 9-3 up. Morrison back to the middle now. Will be the South Aussies winning again in the middle. Morrison cleans up her own work from the centre draw. Plenty of pressure down on that bottom corner on, I think that might be Clark down there. And the Kiwis will take it through Sally Rutherford. Will they go quickly now to avoid that full ride from South Australia? Looks like they will. Barker needs support because Hayley Fuss is right there and putting the pressure on. Will it be a South Australia ball? Araviakis doing all the work there. It's a fantastic effort there from Anastasia Araviakis. Can she finish it off now? This would be a fantastic individual goal. Oh, bad luck. Winning the ground ball, taking on the numbers and heading straight to the cage. Deserved a goal there. But without the shot back up, it will be a New Zealand possession. And Rutherford bring the ball up the field now. We saw in the last match what Victoria would do. Take those numbers very high and just send one at a time. You wouldn't know where it would come from. Often it was Hayley Stefanos that ended up on the end of it, but they'd send one after another, just leading at the ball. It's a little congested out there for New Zealand at the moment, so maybe they could look at clearing some of that space and doing something similar. It's a good team ride from South Australia right now. Every player worried about their opponent. Rutherford just nothing to pass to right now. So it's not bad idea from the goalie. Rather than just throwing it away, let's just keep possession, and we've had it come against us a fair bit. And now the lead does come. No, it's out the back. Can she hit it? She does. Great look there. Great patience from New Zealand. Now, Perry, can she take it down and reward the clear from her team? Looks like they will. Jarks over to Hadwin. And down to Kais, and that's a killer. So unlucky there for New Zealand. So patient in the build-up, and then just a missed pass and turn it back over. But can they force a turnover again? Great work there from Anya Kais. Dropped the ball down in attack, but works hard to get it back for her team now. Will they pull the trigger a bit quicker now, New Zealand? Pass was there, but just well intercepted from South Australia, and they'll get another look now. Good patient build up there from New Zealand on the clear, but just that final pass unable to make it. So South Australia will keep the ball. The sun out in the sort of far left of your screen, just poking its head through now. So probably in the eyes of some South Australia players. I'm not sure how much it'll be affecting the keeper down the other end, but I'm sure we'll find out shortly. As they come away with a fast break now, New Zealand. Can they capitalise on this one? It's Jarks. Down to Butler, who kicks down to Kiki Shum. Good check there from Borovnik, and The fast break is limited, and Evans out of the cage. Not Evans, sorry, it's Cunningham. Out of the cage, and pass just misses, but it misses long, which is where you want to be if you're sending it downfield. Araviakis in possession. And that will be the end of the third term. Very up and down quarter, that one. New Zealand settling a little bit, but South Australia looking at the goods to take this one out. They lead by 6 goals with 1 15-minute quarter remaining. We'll be back with you very shortly to bring you that term in a couple of minutes' time. Welcome back. 1 quarter remaining here between South Australia and New Zealand. The South Aussies leading at 9-3 at the moment. Been an entertaining contest so far. Hopefully a great finish coming up. And we're away. South Australia winning in the middle, and it's Parker on the clean-up. Big pressure there from Bertram, but unable to catch the loping Parker. He's got a couple of patrons in our way at the moment, but they'll move out shortly. Feed inside, Parker wide open, but couldn't complete the catch, so Rutherford now collects. And we'll see if there's any change of tactics here from New Zealand on the clear. They struggled to get the ball up last time. We'll see if things shift a little bit now. And they go quickly. Good pass there from Rutherford, finds Falconer and just kicks on the left, but pressure came as she threw that one and forced the wide pass. Silvestri off to force now. Araviakis just out of her reach, so it's going to come back the other way for the Kiwis. Butler. Perry drives hard, looks for the cutters from the inside. Falconer sits at the top and just resets. Kicks behind. Butler. Back up the top. Just a little sloppy from New Zealand, but they avoid any serious danger. Bertram gets onto the left, but runs into trouble, gets the shot off. Shot is wide. But I think we did have an advantage call there, so Bertram will take the ball back. Just rubbing her head a little bit, maybe copped one just across the bonce, but looks all right. So Briar Bertram gets a look at the cage here. Takes her full measure and a great finish there from Briar Bertram. We saw a little earlier in the Victoria game, a player like Theo Quass just really likes to wind up from those spots there. Couple of steps, bang. Briar Bertram on occasion just opting to get right up to the crease, maximise her shooting opportunity, and finds the back of the net. And New Zealand, a little bit of a run on here. They'll get the ball back. Falconer kicks down to Neal. Now Bertram again. Fordes tries to drive on the inside, but well defended there from Borovnik. Now Neal. Just a little flick back. Went high, but no damage done. Bertram down to Butler. Trying to see for those cutters, but nothing really coming, so just has to kick it around again. Fortis again looking inside, but nothing happening. But amongst all of that, some space is cleared out for Perry. And again, there's still space there, but great collapsing defense there from Parker, who has been pulled up, so probably had to go there, Olivia Parker. There wasn't much in Perry's way, so someone had to put the foot down. Perry now to Bertram, who's dispossessed, and there's a scuffle on the ground ball, sticks flying everywhere. Where's the ball ended up? So I think Briar Bertram is being carded here. In amongst that scuffle for the ground ball, couldn't quite see exactly what went on down there, but she's been pulled up and carded. So she's a player that lifted for New Zealand, and probably a player they would have needed out there. But they've been much more competitive in this term, the Kiwis. And now they force the turnover, so New Zealand will get a chance, but it'll be a difficult one with one less player, and it's a good start there from South Australia, early knockdown. Can they force it back quickly now? Just go back and across. Morecambe. Now to Barker. Down to Fortis behind the cage. Going to have to make this ball move quite a lot because there is that extra out there. Rather than sending two to it, they've just got the one sitting in the hole, South Australia, for support, and that's Beth Varga there. Good check there from Borovnik, but just misses out, so it'll be New Zealand with possession. Varga, that spare, holds in the middle, but another foul on Falconer. Went probably a little ambitiously, so she's been pulled back. Once again, we've seen our goalkeeper change for South Australia. Kelly Evans in the cage for South Australia. I think we're back to even strength as well. So they've done well there, New Zealand, to not concede with the shorthand. Fortis feeds the crease for Falconer, but easily collected there by Evans. Kicks out to Varga. They'll just steadily carry it down to Laura Evans. Back to Varga and across to Borovnik out there to Varga. Just a patient here, just trying to pick holes in that zone. They've done it again. Morrison. Evans. Now Beckett. Under heat behind the cage. Kicks it along. And just a little sloppy there, South Australia. They've turned it over. Can the Kiwis come up with it and move forward? No, they can't, but they will take the ball here. Bertram. Back out after being cutted earlier. Feeds the crease. Neal wide open. And a great finish there from Sienna Neal. Bertram carrying down the field and just looks inside. Neal all by her lonesome. And a tidy finish against a very, very handy goalkeeper. So we're back to 4 goals. It's probably a little beyond New Zealand at this stage. I think it's only about 5 minutes remaining, but they certainly lifted for this final term and definitely something to be proud of. The way that they've fought so far, and certainly not out of banging a couple more in. We're up, and it's Archer who swats it down, but Parker too good on the ground ball. Overend just tries to find it, can't. Just a little scrappy there from New Zealand, and they paid the price with Morrison coming up with the ground ball, or has she kept it in here? She did, and she's managed to draw the foul. Nice move, look inside, kick wide. No, still going. Couple of calls from the crowd, shoot it. Maybe there was a shot on in there, but does the team thing and carries out. But Morrison split dodge onto the left, sees Parker, rewards the run now. Maybe just a little late because Parker found herself in not the greatest of spots, but does draw the illegal contact, and we'll get a look at the goal. The way she's been shooting, you wouldn't write this one off. Great save there from Sally Rutherford. And they're away again, the Kiwis. Missed ground ball there from South Australia, but they probably won't pay the price. Backed up. Just missed that interception there for us, so Araviakis will take it forward. Evans down the line. Parker back to Evans. And Parker again. Just that sun will be peeking through at this time of day. It's 4:10 p.m.